Hello everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. My name is Colleen, and this is episode 23 of the Animal Crossing Chef Challenge that I'm currently doing. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking out this video or checking out my channel. I really appreciate you being here. If you're not quite sure what the Chef Challenge is, basically I am just selling produce, cooked dishes, and fish and weeds sometimes to Leif, but besides that I'm not selling anything else. So any other items or things that I don't need, I'm just kind of either hoarding them or throwing them away, which is really sad, but it's part of the challenge. So if that is something you think you might enjoy, if you wanted to subscribe, I would really appreciate that, because I just made my watch hours that are needed for partner, so I'm just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So again, if you wanted to help me out with that, that would be amazing. So at the very beginning there, you could see that we have Chevra moving in today, and I got the pirate wall from Gullivar, which is a beautiful wallpaper. I could easily use that to make a restaurant in my house, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do. Or maybe I'll move in another resident rep so that I can have another full house and then I can do a bunch of different restaurants in there. I'm not sure. There's too many possibilities. I really need to stop distracting myself because I just wanted to mention the turnip prices being low still and the fact that I was selling my produce and my fruit, but I keep talking about too many things. It's the ADHD, I swear. It's not my fault. And then we have Celia here telling us that today is a day made for making mosaics, which is very interesting. I don't know if I get it, but I appreciate it. So we'll go visit Chevra really quickly. Now, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, or if you saw my community tab yesterday, you know that I was holding a poll for the second half of this video and basically what it was going to be. If it was going to be a villager hunt for the 10th villager, or if I was going to do a couple Happy Home Paradise houses. And as you can see here, after a couple hours, the Happy Home Paradise houses won. So I'll be doing 2 of those in the second half of the episode. It's actually kind of in the last 10 minutes or so, but I will have the chapters listed in the description for you because there's a lot going on in this episode again. There was so much to be done, and I wanted to make sure that I had Leif come to Harvey's Island, so we'll be working on that for the first day, and then we'll move forward to the next day, which is when I visit Leif and do those houses with Lottie. Because yeah, I've kind of just haven't been taking care of that responsibility of going to work. So I probably should have done that a little bit sooner. And then we got a recipe today. Very exciting. The mixed fruits pie. I mean, still kind of rubbing it in my face that I don't have all of the fruits. But at least we have it, which is lovely. What's not so lovely is, yet again, we did not get a produce island. So we're going to look for the DIY and just take my word that I hit some of the rocks. I picked up that gyroid that you can see right there, but I'm not going to include all of the footage because there's too much to be done. This is already going to be about half an hour of a video, so if you stick it through to the very end, I appreciate you so much, and hopefully you enjoy it. So after I got back, as you can probably tell, I headed straight to Harvey's Island because there is no time to waste. I know that I don't have enough bells yet to unlock it, so a lot of what I'm going to be doing today is swimming around and, getting some of the sea creatures for the museum that I haven't caught yet, which is a little bit overdue. Probably some Nook Miles I can gain from that too. But then also meeting Pascal, which we still haven't done, which will mean a mermaid DIY possibly, because, you would have to catch a scallop for that, But just a quick little spoiler here. I caught so many scallops in the course of like an hour and a half. It's a bit unheard of. If you have a guess for how many I caught, and if you follow me on Twitter, maybe don't guess because you know my rough estimate that I tweeted about yesterday. But if you have a guess, let me know in the comments because it's quite a bit considering it was only in the span of like an hour and a half. But here you can see I'm selling the fish and a giant clam that I had grabbed when I was on Captain's Island. And that's about it. And then still doing some of my rounds. That's how they get you. The clothing talks to you and then you just have to buy it. That was my problem once. I've gotten a lot better at not buying things, but man, it was difficult. So like I mentioned, I'm starting my swimming around for a really long time, just catching as much as I can, meeting Pascal really quickly. I just love his beginning dialogue and, well, just all of his dialogue in general. It's just incredible. And you can just tell the way that it's being said. Like, just so cool, like, surfer bro almost. I love it. Now, I'm kind of surprised because I caught so many scallops today and not one pearl. So feel this, you guys. Have you ever noticed there are rock stars but no roll stars? Whatever happened to rock and roll, man? Stick that in your skillet and let it simmer. Oh, I love him. I love him. But back to the pearls. Yeah, didn't catch any pearls. And now that I'm saying it, I think that you don't actually... I don't think you catch them on days where you're catching scallops. I think that they're kind of like exclusive. I'm trying to remember. I had read about this at some point, but it was a while ago now, so I can't really recall. But yes, I will have a scallop counter in the top left corner for you because even I lost count. And we're going to donate some of the extra things that we got, even though I'm a little bit sad about it. Because for some reason, like, I feel like the sea creatures just make you a little bit more money. So it felt a little bit bad that I had to sell so many things, or sorry, donate so many things. In just a calming little moment, we're going to have a coffee break. Because even when you have lots to do, you need to take some time for you. I didn't actually want that to rhyme, but that worked out really nicely. I think I'm going to keep that. But, you know, it is very true, you guys. If you are incredibly busy, and maybe that's like what you like doing, which is fine, but just make sure every once in a while you do take some time for yourself. Wow, it's got depth and perfectly balanced acidity. I love it. It's probably true. So hopping right over to Nook's Cranny, we're going to sell a few things. And I do want to craft some seaweed soup and see how much that will sell for. Because I know that I have that DIY. You could also see me contemplating selling the scallop, but I think at some point there's definitely going to be a recipe that uses scallops, so I'm going to keep it, just in case I don't have another day where I'm this lucky. So now that we have the soup, we can see that it sells for $14.40, which is pretty great actually, because seaweed by itself would sell for $600. So we make a little bit extra bells there. We find another scallop. And then we find a tough guy. It's too fast. quite the battle. But we got the snow crabs, so that is very exciting. And I also just kind of wanted to show how to sneak up on it and catch it and just make it a little bit more fun, you know? So that's why I put in some of that music. I hope you enjoyed. And really just wanted to show that back to back found 2 scallops. Now listen to these two. Too funny. Want to hear some advice on how to be more popular? Huh? No? What? I've been reading magazines I found in a box. They're from decades ago when folks liked pastel pants. Hey, listen. And I found all kinds of tips on how to be popular, and they are all the worst. All right, hit me. I saw one tip that said to agree with everyone, constantly, even if you actually don't. Like, what? What do you think, Chef Clem? Forget that noise is too good, but what do you think, Chai? I've got opinions. If some punk's spouting off, forget being popular. I'm going to say what I think. Heck yeah, Phoebe. I'm not saying I believe something I don't just to be popular. I'm popular enough already. It's a good lesson, honestly, but I bet those magazines that she found are Cosmo. Not going to lie. But anyways, just selling my sea creatures. Decided to sell a lot of the scallops at this point because I know that they sell for a decent amount and I just really want to pay for Leif. 7. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to cook up a few more, or I think it's just a couple more seaweed soups. So yeah, I only had 5, which I would have needed 6 if I wanted to make 3 of them. I don't know why I'm explaining the math right now. I probably don't need to. So we're back visiting the boys again. I know this is going by fast for you, but it did not feel fast for me. Oh, check those bells. 31. Look at all those 3 1s and 3s, is what I'm trying to say. We're getting very close to the goal here. So back into the ocean. The 8th scallop. I don't know how. Just incredible. When I'm getting out of the ocean, I'm like, hey, I should just catch this fish real quick. And wow. Thank goodness that I did. Because I know that that's going to sell for a lot, and that's absolutely going to push me past the 50,000 that we need. So it's a wonderful day. I'm really glad that I was able to do this in just one day. So we are back at Harvey's Island. We're visiting Leif's Lloid. We're gonna finish up this payment. Gonna make things right. It always makes me laugh, like, before you donate anything, and he's like, right now we have 0 bells. Isn't that so great? It's like, really, no, it's not actually. Beautiful. So, on to the next day. I'm not wasting any time. Except for the time I wasted not hitting A faster. What took me so long? Jeez. But yeah, we're on Wednesday now. We'll have some more turnip prices to check. Obviously, we'll have a few dailies that I'll have to show you. So we will get all of those done first, and then I will head to the Happy Home Paradise Island. So we're checking out Chevra's house. I love the fully upgraded version of her home. It's so pretty. Though I find it interesting that she has a photo of Nan above her bed. So I'm just wondering if maybe her previous resident rep gave that to her. It's very interesting. Like, is that always there? I don't think so. And look at who I got in the campsite. What a heartbreaker, because I would love to take him. He's so adorable. And of course he wants to talk about food. fruits, fish, shellfish, fish fruit, fruit shells. That all sounds so good. Yeah, I agree. And I'm sure somebody could make some sort of argument for bones being food related, but it's a little bit morbid. And it's just not quite foodie enough for me, so. And pumpkin pound cake. Another food recipe. So we need to find something, right? Between Captain's Island or going to Leif. If Leif just has tomatoes and like carrots or sugarcane, I'll be upset. But of course we have to get the chalkboard, right? And there's so many good customizations for it. So I realized I forgot to sell that, and then I had 10 tomatoes on me, so I decided to get rid of those before I go grab the other 10 produce and then 20 fruit. Which now I'm back. Wasn't that fast? So I'm just selling the rest now, but I'm realizing I only sold 7 tomatoes. So I don't remember doing that. I don't think I meant to, but it's not really that big of a deal. So here we are. Such a momentous event. I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy, Leif. Oh yeah, and yeah, he stocks more thing. Oh my gosh. I just love it. Pumpkins. Pumpkins. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Finally something new. And honestly, I really could use some wheat, but that's fine. We will have pumpkins. So I did end up buying, I think, 15 starts, but I'm not going to show you that whole shopping process. Instead, I will show you getting my hair done. And I honestly think this haircut is so cute. At first glance, I think when like 2.0 came out, I was like, I don't know. But it really grew on me and it's adorable. I love it. Honestly, just coming back to this portion of the game again, like from the beginning, was so nostalgic. Like it felt like when they first released it and we were all just so excited and grateful for all of the new content in Animal Crossing. And then probably less than a year later, we were talking about all of the new things that we wanted, so. The novelty can only last for so long, I suppose. But as you can see, getting pumpkins means I need to renovate my farmer's plot again. So that's what I'm going to do very, very quickly. Not going to take up a huge chunk of the video, but it felt fairly important. Kind of a huge thing that I finally have something else to grow, so wanted to include it. And sadly, I could not catch that balloon because I went to go grab my slingshot and realized I had broken it. And then I went to build one or craft one, and I apparently have never bought the DIY for it. So I'm going to have to get that at some point. So just watering my pumpkins that I am very, very proud of, and then we will head over to Captain's Island. Well, after I place that weed, because that was very important. So yet again, we are disappointed. We do not have any produce on this island. Of course, there's going to be a DIY, so let's check that out first. A cherry dress for a fruit that I do not have yet. But now we're going to do some Happy Home Paradise. And I wanted to include the intro where it's flying in and it's that cool video. So that is about 45 seconds. And enjoy! So here we are. I love that intro so much, and I know that there's probably some people who haven't seen it before, so that's why I wanted to include it in the video. So I hope you liked it, or liked just watching it again anyways. And now we're going to race Nico to the door. He doesn't even know it's a race, so that means I'm gonna win. Though it did make me wait until he was close enough for me to open the door, so that was kind of funny. So a few items I can see from the corner of my eye here that I will absolutely be purchasing by the end of this, as long as I have enough Poki anyway. And then, as you may know, for the very first one, you get Eloise. So that is the first vacation home that we're going to be working on. And I know if you have Eloise on your island, then you get someone else, but I can't remember who it is. But either way, this is who we're going to be working on. She has that kind of book, like her relaxing reading room. I was going to try to come up with the theme on my own, but it's right on the screen for us. So we're going to make a relaxing reading room. When I'm making it, I'm going to play some really fun, like groovy music. And if you're feeling it, I suggest dancing a little bit. Have a little bit of fun. Make yourself laugh, because why not? And it's also going to be about 2 minutes, so enjoy yourself. All right, what do we think about this one? Of course, we're going to have that little show thing that Happy Home Paradise does for us. I don't remember what it's called, but I want to know what you think. Do you like the build? It's a little bit different than what I've done in the past for Eloise, and yes, Nico just disappeared in front of our eyes, and that was a little bit weird, but we don't have to talk about that too much. But I love these little things that they do for us. It's so cute. I wish there was some way that we were able to do that for our own homes. And I just realized I forgot to customize that little bookcase that's in the middle there. It's unfortunate. But I'm very pleased with that one on my own. But again, we're not wasting any time today. We're moving on to the second one, which is going to be Vesta, just because I've never done Vesta's home before. So Vesta is going to be looking for a home with a fireplace. And I just really like that idea. And I feel like that is more of a like autumnal sort of build. So I'll look for an island that's in that area. And then I think for this one too, we'll have to do the front yard. So then that will be something else we get to decorate. Now, of course, for this second round here, I'm going to be playing some more music. It is different this time, but it's still groovy. And again, I suggest just doing a little dance, you know, having some fun, make yourself laugh. Don't take it too seriously. That's what I do all the time, and I truly think it makes a difference in your day. Just be a little silly. But now we've got everything set up, so if you are ready to go, it's going to start really soon. Again, about 2 minutes. All right, and we are pretty much done this one. So obviously we'll have our little show thing that they show us. I really need to figure out a better word for that. But I really like how this one turned out too. Took a little bit of decision making for where I wanted the sewing machine and everything, but I think it turned out pretty nice. Same with the rug, honestly. The rug was a difficult choice as well. There just wasn't really one that matched with the flooring in the wall as well as I wanted to. Even this kiln one I'm like a little bit unsure of, but it's good for now. She's honestly so cute. I wasn't super sure about the smiley face at first, but it's adorable. So with that, I'm going to buy some things with my pokey here, and that means we are getting to the end of the video. So if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you so much for watching this long. I really appreciate you for being here. If you did make it this long and you're not subscribed, if you wanted to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. That would just be amazing. And as always, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day.